So we're going to take a look at the Castle Ravenloft board game first. I've got all 5 of these cooperative games. And you'll see on these board games, you'll see D&D Adventure System cooperative game. Now that means that if it has that logo on there, then it's compatible. And there's 5 of these games that are compatible. Castle Ravenloft, this came out in late 2010, I believe. And then next, there was Wrath of Ashardalon, which I'm going to be doing next. That came out in early 2011. Then in late 2011, The Legend of Drizzt came out. And then a couple years went by, and then in 2015, when the Temple of Elemental Evil came out, they put out another board game for that. And then late last year, they put out the Tomb of Annihilation. So there's 5 of these board games that are compatible. And as long as it says D&D Adventure Systems cooperative game, then all of these games can work together, which just expands on it even more. And man, I'm so excited about playing these board games because you know, as you can see, it's for players 1 to 5. So if you don't have anybody to play with, you can play with yourself. I mean, you can play with yourself anyway, but you can. I mean, male or female, but you can pick up these D&D board games, and you can play these by yourself. Now here, this may scare some people away, and I hope it doesn't, but all of the mechanics for these cooperative board games are 4th edition mechanics. But don't freak out and turn the channel and turn off the video yet, because these 4th edition mechanics are simplified. There's only 2 conditions in the game. Everything is so straightforward. Everything is easy in this game to play, from what I've read. Now, you can download, you can check out the rule booklet for yourself. Just go to the Wizards of the Coast website, and in the search box, type in Castle Ravenloft or Ashardalon or and find this board game, and you can download basically the book that tells you how to play the game. And man, I was seriously impressed when I watched this. And you can look at a couple videos on gameplay and stuff like that. But the good thing is, I'm going to start with Castle Ravenloft, and I'm going to play all of these adventures solo to where you guys can see how this game is played. And, you know, this game can get pretty crazy with 5 players. Because, I mean, it could get crazy with 1 player. And when you got all these players, you know, taking their move actions and moving more tiles onto the table, and everything is totally random here. Everything is totally random, and I'll show you guys. And I'll tell you what, I'm really stoked about playing these games. And like I said, they're compatible, so you can take everything from Castle Ravenloft, all the powers, all the magic item cards, the encounter cards, the monster cards, and you can put them in with Legend of Drizzt, and you can have 500 cards you're drawing from. Just shuffle them all up, get you a card shuffler, and you can have as much treasure, as many monsters, and everything as you want in these things. It's man. But yes, you can play these solo. 1 to 5 players right there. Look at that. Man, I love it. So these things are, the older ones are a little pricey. Now, Castle Ravenloft, Wrath of Ashardalon, and Drizzt, they're a little bit more expensive because these things were printed in 2010 and 2011. So there's still some out there, but there's not a lot. So I believe Castle Ravenloft, Ashardalon, and also Drizzt, I think they were $65 a piece at my game store. But I traded a bunch of first edition hardbacks. I had like 30 extra first edition hardbacks, and all my Pathfinder first edition stuff I took in and traded it. And my second edition core books, the hardbacks, I took those in too. I kept all the players, all the class guides and all the race guides, but all that other second edition hardbacks I traded in. So I ended up with like a bunch of store credit. I ended up with like hundreds and like almost $500 in store credit. So I bought these board games. I was like, okay, I want to play board games. You guys know I want to start playing some board games. That's how I got them. And I still got like $200 worth of credit that I'm going to start getting a bunch of Pathfinder miniatures too. The miniatures like dogs and townspeople and altars and coffins and stuff. That's what I need now. But anyway, back to Castle Ravenloft. I took the wrapper off of this, so I haven't even opened it up. But I did open up Drizzt because I went to the laundromat the other night and I wanted to read the instructions. But like I said, go to the Wizards of the Coast website. You can download the document. You can't download the adventure book because there's an adventure book too. Because I guess because of the copyrighted stuff, they're scared of PDFs over there at Wizards of the Coast. So, but here it is. Woo! Wow, I can get high just opening up this box from 2010. It is so strong. But it's got that new car smell. Well, new board game kind of smell, but kind of referring it to a car. So you're going to get 2 books. Here's the rule book. And yeah, there you go, man. It has everything in here. And like I said, it's 4th edition based, and it is simplified big time. I mean, it is awesome. I mean, there's no 50,000 different damage over times and all that stuff. There's 2 conditions: restrained and poisoned. That's it. 2. I love it already. So you got your adventure book. I haven't seen the adventure book yet, so this is pretty cool. There's about 10 to 15 adventures, and they're all on one page, it looks. Yeah. And it tells you everything you need, like the special tiles that you need for that particular adventure, any special item cards your character gets or anything like that. So, like I said, this is all solo, and you could play it with up to 5 players, and it would probably get pretty crazy with 5 players. And here's, the Hunt for Strahd Part 1 and Part 2. So that looks like there's 13 adventures in here, which is cool. So you get these 2. Oh, look at this insert they give you. I love 4th edition, guys. You know that. Here's all of the 4th edition essentials. Now, a 4th edition essentials was originally released. There's a possibility 4th edition may still be around right now because it was so simplified, much like these board games. So yeah, 4th edition, if you play 4th edition, check out D&D Essentials. It's really good. I love it. Here's all the tiles. So, there's only... There's not that many tiles. Is there anything else in here? Oh, there's more under there. Look at that. Look at that. We'll get to those in a second. Wow, this is so strong. Whew, I can get high. So, all right. So we got tiles. Let's open these things up. Don't use your teeth at home, guys. I mean, you could really damage your grill by doing that. So don't damage your choppers. Don't be dumb like me and use your teeth. Use an X-Acto knife or something. So here you go. Check these out. Now, each one of these has, here's your tiles. It looks like here's monster tokens. Here's some effects. Here's a condition card, slow. So there's probably going to be 5 of these in case 5 players are slowed. Here's your hit points. You put these by your character sheet whenever you take damage. So you're reminded of how much damage you have. And then I remember in the rule book, here's also life too for the monsters that kind of go around the base of the miniature, so you can keep track there. And then you can see that there's special tiles called Arena Kolyana's Crypt or Dark Fountain. And every one of these little mushroom piles, that's where you put the monster. Here's a crypt. Here's another. Here's a trap. So yeah, these are really cool. And what you do is everything in these games are random. So you put all these tiles in a stack, and then you shake them up like cards. And then as you explore the adventure, you take a tile randomly and just start putting them together. And these black triangles mean that there's I think it's an encounter. But there's a monster every single tile that you pull. But I believe that there's an encounter with a black triangle. And with a white triangle, that means that you don't get an encounter card, but you still get a monster that goes on the pile of coins or whatever. So, yeah, this is really cool, man. This has so much replayability, and you can mix all these different tiles together from the different sets and use the different monsters. Yeah, here you go, man. There's more. Just more and more and more. And there's names of the special tiles that certain adventures will say, put Prince Oral's Crypt in there and put it after the 8th tile and shake it up, or shake it up with 3 tiles and then put it after the 8th tile. So you'll get, like the name tile anywhere between 9, 10, 11 pulls or whatever like that. So, yeah, that's one set of tiles. There's 4 sheets. So I think there's like 30 or 40 or 50 tiles in these games. So you get two bags of miniatures. Let's open up these bad boys. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Oh, man. Wow. So you get a D20, but of course, you can always give your players other D20s that you have. Here's a Draco or Draco Lich. Wow, look at that skeleton. That is awesome. And this is all the 4th edition minis, too. These look, because I have this already in a 4th edition, but it's already painted. So let's open up the other minis. Okay, so it'd be awesome if they were painted, but you guys can paint these. All of you artistes out there, you can paint them if you want. There's like spiders and looks like a troll. Oh, they even got the swarms. Look at that. That's cool. Another spider, a wolf, or a warg. And you can use these miniatures, guys, for your games. Why not? I mean, at least buy the board games for minis. But yeah, there's some minis there. Look at these cool, clear, transparent. These look like water elementals, I think. Let's get a closer look. Let's open these bad boys up. Man, I'm getting excited when I see minis. You guys know I love minis. I'm going to start painting minis. You know what? I'm going to start painting minis, and I think these minis would be good to start and learning how to paint minis. So I may do that and butcher a bunch of minis, and you guys can just laugh at my horrible paint jobs. But maybe I can paint better than Stevie Wonder over at WizKids with eyes on the back of their heads and stuff. I could probably do better than that. So it looks like here's a bunch of water elementals, which is awesome. Here's another. Wow, there's like 5 bags of minis in here. Oh my goodness. Oh. Such a dork. Yeah, plus it has all the names and stuff on them on the bottom. These are the named miniatures. Very cool. Yeah, I saw those, Stig. They're the Nazgul's set, whatever they're. But yeah, these are all in paint, and you guys can paint these. Here's a bunch of whatever. I can't. A bunch of rogues and stuff. Human rogue and yeah. But guys, you can use these. You can use these. I mean, look, they have the same. There's skeletons here. I mean, look. I mean, you can put you can use these tiles for your game, guys. Why can't you use these for your game? Look at that. 1-inch squares. It works. Here's a large creature. Wow, this is a big bad guy. Probably. What is this? Man, come on. Anyway, here's a large. So it's a 2x2. It's going to line up perfectly on all of your maps and your other tiles. Here's a skeleton. Here's a couple of skeletons. Oh, hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, how are you? Hi baby, let's get it on. But anyways, no, we're not going to do that. That's after midnight. The miniature ERP, yeah, we're not doing that here. But yeah, you could use these for your games, guys. Why not? Man, here you go. So you get a bunch of miniatures. I mean, that's pretty awesome. And then I guess you put your tiles, I guess you break the tiles out. I would save these cutouts, though. But I guess you store your tiles in there, I guess. I'm not too sure. I guess. I would imagine so. Store them there, or maybe store them here. Yeah, yeah. Plus you got your 20-sided. Yeah, I guess you store your tiles in there. And like I said, you stack them up, and then you shake them, and then you shake them up and stir them up, and then you pull each one, and then you start. You have your start tile and stuff, and then you build off of the start tile, depending on which way you move. So everything in this game is total random, guys, except for the power cards and stuff that you take for your character sheets, which I don't see the character sheets yet. I guess the character sheets are on the other stack of tiles. So here's 2 stacks of cards. So there's a couple hundred cards probably. Let's open these bad boys up. I'll show you guys plus I want to see these cards too. And of course these are standard cards too, so you can get your you can take your cards off of your Magic the Gathering cards if you no longer play Magic, and you can put these cards in those sleeves. So yeah, these are the power cards. So look, the Cleric's got Healing Word, there's At Will powers, Utility powers. So there's a bunch of class cards. There's Dragonborn, so if you decide to play the Dragonborn character. There's fighter stuff, ranger stuff. Look at this. And it's all compatible. So if you get more ranger stuff in another box, guess what? You can use those powers too. There's rogue stuff. Wizards. Look at that. Oh, and then that's all the power cards. But look, I want to show you guys the power cards. I want to show you how easy it is to use these cards. Look at this. Healing Word. Use this power during your hero phase, which is the first phase of your round. You get 3 phases to your turn. And then it says, flip this card over after you use the power. So you use this card, and then the player, whoever you heal, flips, they take their surge value, and then you turn the card over, and it's done. But there's magic items that will refresh these powers too, which is really cool. Look at that. Here's Divine Flare. Attack 1 monster on your tile. So here's another thing about range in this game. Tiles, that's a tile and that's a square. So you have to make sure you know the difference, which is pretty self-explanatory. So if you use this utility power, use this power during your hero phase, which is the first, your first phase. So, that's for Healing Word. Sorry, I already went over that. So Divine Flare, you attack 1 monster on your tile. So if you hit, and in this game you can do your movement and then attack. You can do attack and then movement, or you can do a double movement. But it's self-explanatory. Look at this. Attack 1 monster on your tile. It doesn't even, you don't even have to be within range. If you're in one corner of the tile, say here you are, the dude with wing. No, that's the monster you're attacking. But we'll say that you're this guy here, all right? You're the cleric here, and as long as this monster's on your tile, you can use Divine Flare, and you attack 1 monster on your tile. And if you hit, end one condition on a hero on your tile. So it can be any hero. So if they got the poison or restraint condition, Divine Flare, if you hit with your attack, you'll do damage of 1, and you get a +6 to hit. If you hit, and if somebody has a condition, you can get rid of it with Divine Flare. How cool is that, man? It can't be any better explained for you. I mean, that was the beautiful thing about D&D 4th edition. Everything was so cut and paste. So yeah, there you go. That's really cool. So here's encounter cards now. These are the oh, look at that. And then it has, oh wow, I'm knocking my camera on. Look at that. And then it has all the portraits of the classes too. So you can keep everything nice and neat and organized, Martha Stewart style, and you can keep it clean on aisle 17. Oh my gosh, I am like on a roll tonight. So here's all the encounter cards, and I think there's different encounter cards. So if you go onto a tile that's got a black triangle, you pull one a card. And so here's a bat swarm that'll attack you, or blood fog, or cackling skull, or crippling miasma. Deadly Shadows, man, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to start playing these games, guys. Here's another event. Here's an event card. So these are environment events. Here's an event like a bubbling cauldron or corner of your eye. You probably see something. And then there's rolls, too, on what can happen. Cowardly Flight. So there's a bunch of event cards here. And that's quite a few for a board game. And then here's Ambush. So you get attacked too. I didn't even know that. That is cool as heck. So look at all that cool stuff, guys. These are all the event cards. Wow. That is awesome. Man, I can't wait to play this game. Okay, now there's another deck here too. I remember reading in the rule book that there's a second deck of 100 cards that are pretty much all power cards for the classes. And let me get this opened up. These are more advanced cards. Now, when you start playing the game, on your character sheet and in the book, it actually has a recommendation for new players on what cards to use and stuff. So that's pretty cool that they actually do that for you. Now, okay, so these are sequence of play cards. So you give these to your character, and it tells you the different phases, so you don't have to keep looking up in the rule book, oh, what do I do now? And then it has all the different stuff for the sequence of play, the exploration phase, because your first phase is the hero phase. And then you turn it over, there's your exploration phase and villain phase. That is so cool, man. So you give these sequence of play cards out to your players so they know what they're doing. And if they ask you how to play, just tell them to shut up and look at the damn sequence of play card. No, don't do that. I mean, don't be a jerk like that. So here's a bunch of treasure cards, man. Look at all these treasure cards. All right, so here's the treasure cards. I know there's two types of treasures that are in here. I remember reading about two types of treasures in this game. There's like instant blessings that'll like heal you, remove a condition, and you automatically discard those. So yeah, here's Heroic Stand. It's a blessing. Play this blessing immediately. Until the end of your next hero phase, each hero gains a bonus to attack rolls equal to the number of monsters on his or her tile. Self-explanatory. If there's 2 monsters on your tile, guess what? You get an extra attack. And then after you get this item card, you discard it. And that's it. Pretty cool. Man, that is awesome. So here's fortunes too. These are the instant ones as well. So there's a bunch of those. And then here's items. Look at this. Every time you kill a monster, you get an item card. But you can only get 1 per turn. So if you kill 2 monsters, you only get 1 item card. So sorry, all you loot whores out there, you only get 1 card per round. So here's the Amulet of Protection. Play this item immediately. You gain a +1 bonus to AC while this item is in play. And it doesn't say discard it. This is immediate. This is amazing. Glyph of Warding, Holy Water. Oh, my favorite item of all time, the Holy Avenger. Play this item immediately. You gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls against adjacent monsters while this item is in play. Increase the bonus to +3 versus undead monsters. Holy, take that, undead. Oh, there's a bunch of Lucky Charms. Look at that. Ooh, reroll the die. Thanks for the bits, Infinity Pudding. I totally appreciate it. But look at that. Thieves' Tools. You gain +4 bonus rolls to disable traps. And anybody can disable a trap. If you take the event card and there's a trap, you can disable the trap or attack the monster. And if you disable the trap, it's a DC 10 because all basically successes in this game are based off of a DC 10. So wow, look at that. There's all the treasure cards. I mean, and like I said, guys, this is just one board game. One board game. There's all kinds of other stuff that you can do. So there's all the There's all the, the creatures. I mean, here's the creature cards with all the miniatures. So there's animated armor, and you can see suits of armor spring out of the dark and attack you right in the face. Whoa, that is some awesome flavor text. No, it doesn't say that. But then it says, attack each hero on the active heroes tile. So if there's 3 heroes on that tile, this animated armor gets 3 attacks. And look at this. +7 to attack and 3 damage. And on a miss, you even do 1 damage. And then at the end, you discard the card. And then you get like the XP and all that other stuff from monsters. Man, look at that. This is so cool. I'm ready to like start playing like pretty soon. Man, this is awesome. I'm ready to turn the stream off and start playing. Yeah, but look at all these cards, man. This is just crazy. Oh well, that's for the events. But here's traps. See, here's when we look at the items after the items. Here's events. You get prowling attack, and then it even tells you, damage plus you're immobilized. So it tells you what condition. Strahd attacks. Look at that. Each hero within 1 tile. So that's like a huge radius. He gets +3 and 3. +6 to attack and 3 damage and a miss. And then here's all the different traps. It has the attack and damage and stuff, man. Look at that. Here's here's the monster cards. Look at this, guys. There's a bunch of monster cards. And like I said, these are all compatible with the other games. Man, let me there's like all kinds of like silver daggers and holy symbols and oh man. Potions of healing. Look at this. Monsters. So awesome. Look at this. Blazing Skeleton. Undead. It's worth 2 experience, and you get experience points in this. And you can level up your character. Man, I'm so excited. so hyped up. I'm ready to start playing this game like right now. And this box has gotten me really lightheaded because it's just the scent of, and this is from like 8 years ago, and this is just like so strong. Just imagine how strong those fumes would have been back in 2010. I probably would have died live on stream. But here the Blazing Skeleton, it has its AC in the box. It's got 2 hit points. Here's the tactics. And you got to go in order for the tactics. In the rule book, it says you have to go in order. So if the Blazing Skeleton is within 1 tile of a hero, wow, that's a long range, it attacks each hero on the closest hero's tile with a ball of fire, because that's what Blazing Skeletons do. And then if that doesn't work, otherwise, the Blazing Skeleton moves 1 tile towards the closest hero, and then he can blast him. So he's got 2 hit points, 13 armor class. His attack is +7. He does 2 damage, and on a miss, he does 1 damage. And he's worth 2 experience. There's Blazing Skeletons, there's Gargoyles, there's Ghouls, there's Kobold Skirmishers, Rat Swarms, regular Skeletons, Spiders, Wolves, Wraiths, Zombies. So wow, look at all that good stuff. So those are the cards. That is one heck of a stack of cards. Look at that, man. That's just one game. All right, so we've already looked at all of this stuff here. Let's how many more tiles are here? Man, that's a nice sturdy box too. Holy cow, that's actually a really nice box. Whew, and those fumes are so strong. So, and don't forget, guys, you can use these tiles for, your games, your real games. How awesome is that? And the miniatures, you can paint them. Ooh, smell that. So here's more tiles. Look at this. More conditions, more monsters, life tokens, and the special tiles. You got black and white arrows for events and no events. There's immobilized, and there's 0 monsters. whatever that is. I'll have to take a look. But I guess all the monsters start on the gold piles. In Drizzt, it's mushroom piles. But it's cavern systems, too. So, yeah, here's more tiles. Where's the character sheets? I wonder where the character sheets are. Hello? Character sheets? Well, that's a lot of tiles. And like I said, these will work in your game, too, man. Oh, there's the character sheets. There we are. There's Thorgrim. He's the cleric. He's in the player's handbook. So is Aryon. He's in the player's handbook. So is Alyssa the rogue and Cat. Oh, I'm sorry. Alyssa's the ranger and then Cat's the rogue. And then look at this. All the power. You got power cards and stuff. The traps. You even can put the traps on the board. Look at that. Keep calm, everybody. Keep calm. Keep calm. I'm hyped up, though. And then see, here's your first level character sheet. And then when you level them up, you turn it over, and there's your level 2 character sheet with more hit points and stuff like that. So, wow, there's... Okay, so these are the named guys. So the named high power guys, or the NPCs, it looks like they have, the level 5 villains. Oh, here's a wizard too. So there's 5 characters. That's right, the cleric, the fighter, the rogue, the ranger, and the wizard. Got to keep those nuker-happy cloth wearers happy with a wizard in the game. Can't go old school and have no magic. I'm just kidding, all you wizard fiends out there. Here's the, wow, nice, level 5 villains. I wonder if they're the same or different on the back. No, they're different, see, because there's the hag, Clack, the kobold sorcerer. Oh, and there's the Dracolich, the zombie dragon. He has 13 AC, 13 hit points, a bunch of tactics, and then, wow, he's got claws, wings, and tail at +7. And, wow, that's pretty cool. And then here, Count Strahd. Look at the card. Spare no expense, Wizards of the Coast. Look at that Count Strahd von Zarevich card. That is pretty cool. And then here's your Healing Surge tokens that you get at the beginning of the game. And here's your start tile. You always use this start tile. And then depending on your hero's turn, on your turn, you get to move, and wherever you go, you draw another random tile, and then you connect that tile to whatever square that you're in, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is like so cool, man. So, like I said, guys, I mean, there's so much that you can do with this. You don't even have to play the board game. You can just use these for tiles, and I mean you probably couldn't even buy this many miniatures for $50-$60, whatever this is going to cost you. Like I said, I've seen these on Amazon anywhere between like $40 and $70. Just depends on the game that you're going to get. So yeah, this has a lot of stuff, and everything is pretty nicely taken care of by what I mean by storage wise. So we'll put all our magic item stuff and monsters, and then we'll take all of our encounters and our class stuff and put it in there. And look at that, it stores super easy. Look at that, man. That is so cool, man. There's your sequence of play cards. And then, of course, when we take all this stuff out, then our tiles will probably go here, and all the other tokens and stuff will go in the other big square. Because I'm sure this mini will fit in here with the rest. So, yeah. Then we'll be able to store all our tiles and our tokens over here. Man, that was pretty cool. And then, of course, you got your advertisement from 2010. You get your adventure book, which, like I said, there's 13 adventures in this one. And it tells you everything that you need. So, adventure setup, special components in this adventure, Strahd's Crypt Dungeon tile, Secret Stairway Dungeon tile, Sun Token, Strahd Villain card. Wow, you meet Strahd right off the bat. And then the Strahd figure. And then place the Strahd's Crypt tile on the table, place the hero on any square on the tile. And then it just tells you what to do, and there's special adventure rules for every single adventure that's in this book. And like I said, there's 13. And then here's the rule book. And it has everything from movement to the 3 phases, to the conditions, to the different combat cards, to the different healing, how to use healing surges, other actions, and more advanced stuff that you can do as well later on in the game. And there you go. Wow, this is awesome. So it looks like it's on Amazon right now. Pudding says it's on Amazon for $48.37. So, wow, look at that. Use the Amazon link. Holy cow, people. Look at that. And then it all fits back into the box. Castle Ravenloft, that's the first board game for the 5. There's 5 of these. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And do you play Castle Ravenloft? And leave a comment down in the comments section below if you do play it. And like I said, I'm going to be doing these playthroughs with every adventure, and I'm going to start with Castle Ravenloft. And I'm going to go through all the adventures solo. And if I have to play other characters, maybe I'll do 2 or something like that. But I like this. I'm super, super stoked about this board game. And like I said, it's compatible with all the other board games. Well, of course, like I said, the D&D Adventures system board games, there's 5 of them. So get this while you can, man. Get this while you can while there's still some out there. I doubt they're in print anymore. But it's got a sturdy, nice, really sturdy plastic, almost like a plastic type of box. And man, it's got all that goodness in there. So Castle Ravenloft, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs up the video. Like it. Dislike it if you even hate it because of 4E. Give me a dislike. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. Castle Ravenloft, guys. I love it.